Hey, I'm late today. Ooh, I'm making you guys wait on me. 8:05. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Daily Dose. We'll wait a moment or two if you're catching this on the replay. You know how this works with Facebook. If you've done any lives or come on, it takes a moment or two for people to get notified and they don't have to go back and watch it again or like, I'm not going to watch it. Wasn't that worth it? Hope it's worth it. This is episode number 73. If you haven't watched any, we are in the 73rd episode of the Daily Dose. What the heck is the Daily Dose? Well, Daily Dose purely is for encouragement, a dose of encouragement. Today we're going to talk about something that I'm pretty dialed into, and that's with weight loss and toning, getting toned, strong, whatever that looks like for you. But I know the common word, and that's what I want to use because I hear it all the time. Mark, I want to lose weight and I want to get toned. So we're going to talk about that, how to lose weight and get toned, and do so without trying so hard, because I can just tell you, I know a lot of people try hard and a lot of people are still not succeeding. So we're really going to dial into that. Today is Wednesday. I hope your day is off to a good start. Maybe you're just getting up. Maybe you're catching this later on if you catch a break at work. Maybe you're in your road commute. Hopefully you're not watching this while you're driving. Don't do that, texting and driving or watching videos and driving. Be safe, be safe. So first, we'll wait a moment or two. I'll tell you what, one of the things I want to ask is how do you lose weight? How do you get toned? I mean, that's like a way open-ended question, right? There's like 1,000 answers for that, 1,000 opinions, 1,000 different directions you can go. Actually, there's probably more. Like if you were to look up weight loss, I think if I were to look it up right now and do a Google search of how to lose weight, there's going to be, I think, close to 450 million hits on Google. So I guess there's 450 different ways, 450 million different ways as far as at least what Google can tell you. So like, holy cow, what do you do? Okay, so let's just talk about that for a moment when you're coming on here. And if you're drawn into this, I want you to listen up, because I'm going to teach you, I'm going to help you with, how to lose weight and to get toned and not have to try so hard at this. You're like, oh, Mark, I'm old. It's really hard. You get older, it's hard. Well, it is and it isn't, right? We're all getting older. And if you're like me, getting kind of rounding that turn to that 50 mark, I still got after a couple months, I'll have 2 years. I'm 47. So with that going into the turning point, right? It's only downhill from there. No, to me, it's uphill in a positive way. I'm excited about my second half, right? The third and fourth quarters. But for now, I want to really hope to dial in, and I hope this really helps you understand as far as about losing weight and getting toned. Here's the reality. Before we even get into all the options, and before I share with you what that looks like, I would say is the hardest part is you're still losing weight and you're still trying to get toned. Okay, I can't tell you how many people I come across that, the last 20 years, they're still trying to lose weight. They're still trying to get toned. And unfortunately, what happens is, there's good news and bad news. The good news is you haven't given up. That's really good, because if you give up, then you're done. The bad news is you're trying still too hard to lose weight and to get toned. You're still trying way too hard, whatever that looks like. And we're going to get into it. So what do you hear about? What do you hear from most people without going on to Google, without doing a search, without doing any of those things? Hey, good morning. By the way, good morning. You're listening, Ruth. Good morning, Susan. Good morning. Listen now, why the heck do you want to listen to me? If, you're catching this, maybe you come on, you glance at it and you're like, I listen to you, long-winded. Listen, I've been doing this 25 years. I know what I'm talking about. I've helped thousands of people. I can't even count. I honestly can't even count. Started personal training in 1995. Honestly sucked at it, but I still got results. I sucked at it when I was 23 years old. Like most new people suck at the things that they do when they first start out. I had good energy and positive vibes, and I tried my best to help people, but I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Now, 25 years later, I kind of know what I'm doing. That's why I'm not the cheapest coach out there. In fact, I'm about ready to raise my coaching rates because I'm building a team and I'm actually able to reach more people. And it's an amazing, exciting time. But on a side note so that's why you should listen to me, because while I don't know a lot, there's a lot of things in this world I don't know about. There's a lot of things in business I don't know about, why I even have a business coach. but I do know losing weight, and I do know how to get tone, and I know what that looks like for most people in my season right now. It's honestly who I've worked with primarily over the years. Because like when you're younger, you could kind of like look at a salad and lose 5 pounds. You could do one spin class and have legs that are knockout legs, right? You could fit in your bathing suit. You do a diet for a week and you can fit in your bathing suit. But for the majority of you that are listening right now, chances are that's not the case. In fact, maybe you've been trying so hard because you realize it's getting harder and you're still doing the same things maybe you're trying to do back in your 20s. So, what do people say? Like, well, eat less and move more, right? That's the easy, obvious one. That's something, move more and eat less. Sure. You know what? That's not necessarily true. And I would say, because I have people that are eating more and moving less and they're getting killer results. That's just on a side note. Oh, here's another one. Eat more healthy food. Eat more of the good food. Quote unquote. Do you like my quote unquotes? Eat more of the good food and less of the bad food. Okay, eat more of the good food. But I know plenty of people, they eat really, really healthy and they're still overweight and they're still out of shape. So that's not entirely true either. So how about this? This is a good one. This might stir the pot. Use weights. And you hear me talk about strength training. I believe you want to stay strong and toned. I totally get it, right? Totally get that. Use weights. You hear that all the time. Only use body weight training. Only do that. I'm a proponent of that. Cardio, do more cardio. You got to burn calories. You got to do more cardio. I still hear people talking that they have to do hours and hours of cardio. Newsflash, that has not ever been the case. You can lose weight, but who the heck has time to spend an hour or two doing cardio? If you do, then I would maybe back that off to 20 minutes and spend the other, 90 minutes or whatever time, 75 minutes or whatever that is, 90 minutes. Go make yourself a good healthy meal, right? Go spend the time meal prepping. It's, when you like to exercise, it's easy to think that exercise is going to be the solution. It truly is not. So anyway, you're trying so hard, whatever it looks like, how you're trying. So how do I know you're trying so hard? How do I know you're trying so hard? If you're listening to this, if this drew you in, please listen to me. Please pass this on to somebody who might be trying really hard. And I wrote some things down. I was like, boom, 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 writing a whole bunch of things down. These are not in order, just like some things. Because you're still trying, right? We already established that. Because you don't look any different than you did the last time I saw you 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. And you're like, no, I'm losing weight. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm still trying to, and you look the same. Okay, I'm just not going to beat around the bush. Because you're still making excuses. Well, you know what? The coronavirus is why I didn't lose the weight. My kids are in school. I don't have time to go to the gym. I can't meal prep. I don't have the time. I have a busy schedule. I have 4 kids. I have this. I'm going away. I have all these business trips. I go out on these business lunches. I just can't eat a healthy meal. Okay. You're still making excuses, right? You can't have results and excuses. You can have one or the other. We already established that. Because here's another one. Here's how do I know? This is what we're going. If you're catching this now, how do I know you're trying hard? Sorry, my light is in here. Sorry, there's like a light chin. The light's coming up. My windows in my office here face east, and the sun's coming up right now, which is a good thing. I'm happy for the sun. So, how do I know you're trying hard? So, because you still don't like the way you look in the mirror at yourself. Now, again, this could be going way deeper, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. What's another reason? Because your skinny jeans are still too skinny, right? Your skinny jeans are still too skinny. Your bikini you loved, and you saw that, and it was on sale, and you bought it, and it still doesn't fit, or you're still afraid to put it on because maybe you're just going to be embarrassed the way you look in it, right? Again, these are just real things that I hear over and over and over again. Here's another reason why I know you're still trying hard. Because you're still cursing at the scale every day you get on it. Almost maybe twice a day when you get on. That's another reason. Here's another reason why I know you're still trying too hard. Because you've tried 14, 16, 27 times. You've tried to cut carbs. You've tried to do keto. You've tried to join a gym. You've tried to cleanse. You've tried to fast. You've tried to pop those fat loss pills. You tried to do a challenge. Listen, I'm doing a 21-day challenge. It's actually a great challenge. But I know for sure there's no skin in the game for the most part. You may have paid the upgrade to get the meal plans, literally tell you meal by meal exactly what to eat on that for a few dollars, right? There's a free challenge. I know for a fact it's so easy to bail. Why? Because there's no skin. You just put your email in. That's it. You got your 21-day challenge. It's so easy. Life gets in the way. You're trying hard. You've maybe tried 50 challenges, and the reason why you're still doing challenges is because you're still trying hard. So I want to help you. Why am I setting this up? Because I want to help you realize that it's beyond. That's what is happening when people trying so hard is they're basically like treating the symptoms. In fact, I heard this phrase in this leadership video podcast from a great leader. And anyway, I want to share this. When you fix the symptom, check this out. You got to listen and chime in. This right here should resonate. It resonated with me and just so many people that I come across. When you fix the symptom, but don't address the system that created the symptom, then you end up worse than in the beginning. So here's what happens. You start to you say you put on 20 pounds, you're just focused on losing the 20 pounds. You're focused on, if your body's all flabby, you're just focused on the flabbiness. You're focused on the weight. And you think that in 5 or 10 years of putting on weight or keeping weight on, it's going to come off. Well, why? Because we're sold into believing it can come off. Hey, look, don't get me wrong. I can help people lose weight quick. It's not a matter of losing weight quick. It's about taking the weight off and learning how to keep it off forever. And that does not happen when you focus on the weight. It doesn't happen when you focus on looking at your body and say, man, I need to get this weight off. The summer is here. I have 2 weeks before I'm going to get on the beach or on that vacation and I'm going to get it done. Meanwhile, why are you still trying hard? Because you're trying hard for what has happened over the past maybe 5, 10 years. And even if it happened in the last year, hey, you could have been in great shape like a year ago and you might have fallen out of shape now. I hope this is resonating with you. And here's the deal. You're trying to just fix the symptom. You're just trying to fix the thing. You're not looking for a solution. You're not looking to solve why you've been trying so hard for so long. And you know what? Here's the big thing. I've been talking about this a lot. I talked about it with my colleagues a couple weeks ago. I got to speak in front of about 120 maybe, give or take, fitness, business entrepreneurs. And we did an online, like Zoom is the biggest Zoom meeting I've ever been in. It was about 120 guys in there, women and men and women, all over the world, like 14 different countries. Are pretty cool. And I got to actually speak about something. And it was something that resonated with me about starting. And again, I've been in this game for 25 years. So there's a starting line. I told you when I was like a newbie trainer back in 1995, I didn't know anything. And it was easy to start. I just jumped in, really could take a certification, started volunteering, worked at a community center, and it was good. I was in. It's the staying power. Here's the deal, the staying power. Now you're like, well, Mark, I've been trying for 20 years or 10 years to get my body back in shape. I've been trying for so long to lose the weight and getting better. I've been trying. Right, but here's the thing. You're going around the same cul-de-sac of basically the same thing. You're doing over and over and over again. You're doing the same thing and you're getting the same results, which is not results. You're not getting results. Because why? Because you're treating the symptom and not addressing the system. Now, listen, you may have something deep rooted and that takes time. It takes effort. It takes intentionality. It doesn't happen overnight. In fact, one of the hardest things for me as a coach is getting people, I will be completely honest. I don't know if any coach has ever said this before, any trainer, because they want to get results, right? They want to prove their value to their student, their client. As a coach, as a trainer, they want to prove that they're valuable enough that they can get them results. In fact, the number one thing that I stand true and I hold my pride in is getting people results. The hard thing is, not so much getting them results. I get them results. I know what to do. I've been doing this a long time. It's teaching them the tools they need to keep those results. Pay attention. Because what happens is when people are just focused on, hey, I need to lose 20 pounds. All right, well, okay, I can help you lose 20 pounds. And my goal is not to just help you lose 20 pounds. My goal is to change your life around. In other words, to get you out of weight loss mode, meaning let's get you the weight off and let's keep it off. The only way to do that is to go beyond the symptoms. Okay, address some of the things. We got to start working out. You got to start eating healthier. Those are important. But then working on the system. What triggered you to get 50 pounds overweight? Oh, well, I'm a stress eater. Well, everybody can acknowledge I'm a stress eater. I was in quarantine. I'm lazy. Okay, you're addressing it, but are you solving it? No. How do you solve it? Well, you got to work at it. You got to have a plan in place. You got to have structure. it really helps to have accountability because look, like I had said before, and anything free or anything like that, why do people get and come in, and even some that come into my program, I can't say I'm 100%. What I can say is when it comes to losing weight and getting tone, and you're probably like, Mark, is there like a secret? Do I do a cleanse? Should I just drink more water? Should I not eat after 7 p.m.? Trust me, I've heard everything under the sun. Mark, should I just not eat carbs? Should I do, let's see, what else? Should I take those pills? Should I just do your challenge? Is the challenge going to be the solution? 21 days, free challenge. Is that going to be what I need to get on a healthier path? It's a starting point. Is it a solution? No, it's a starting point. And what you got to do is start putting yourself in positions that are going to give you success, that are going to allow you to stop trying so hard. Here's the deal. It really is kind of crazy. Even for my wife and I were talking, she went for a run this morning. It was just nice. She hasn't gone for a run. She works out in the morning. And it's kind of effortless to the sense. Now I'm getting older. Don't get me wrong. I'm getting older. Hey, good morning, by the way. If you're still listening, I appreciate it. And listen, if you like this, all I ask is that you share this with somebody. This might resonate with somebody. Here's the thing. I have people come around me all the time. They ask. I even reach out, message people all the time. And like, I hear this all the time. I'm trying hard. I'm trying. Coronavirus stopped me. Like all the stuff going on in the world. I'm trying. You're doing the same thing. You're trying so hard. You don't have to try hard. It's so crazy. Even with diets is not, now it's hard to be consistent. Oh, how do you be consistent with anything? You have accountability. How do you have accountability? Trust me, you can't rely on a neighbor or a friend. That maybe is a good starting point. You sometimes just need to open up your wallet and invest in yourself. That's it. I'm going to tell you that. Here's what it comes down to. Does it mean you need to rely on somebody like me? No, but if you can build that kind of habits and you can invest in yourself enough that you can develop the kind of habits where you don't have to try so hard. Wouldn't it be amazing? Let's just plant this in your brain moving forward. Let's put this in, and whoever's listening, I hope this is resonating. And chances are, if you're watching this, if you're coming on now, you're like, man, it sounds actually, I need to go back and listen. Go back. I'll post it once this is done. Wouldn't it be amazing? Let's just future cast here for a moment. Wouldn't it be amazing right now if you could look, say 6 months or a year from now, and not only have the weight off, but even if there was, God forbid, another lockdown or some other crazy stuff going on in this world, and you had all the tools, and even if you couldn't get to the grocery store, even if there wasn't maybe necessarily healthy, fresh fruits and vegetables, which we know is a good thing for you, can you imagine if no matter what comes your way, and maybe even you have a vacation or like life change. Maybe you had a broken relationship, you get divorced, God forbid that happens, or something happens where you had to shift. You had to shift. Can you imagine if you had the skill set, if you had the system in place, built out, that made you resilient to not put the weight back on? There's nothing worse than for me hearing, and I've seen it on a large scale. I've seen people lose 100 pounds, 200 pounds, 300 pounds. I'm not even joking with you. I've seen people even do the gastric bypass surgeries. And in fact, we did a thing at the gym. I have to share this. I hope this lands on you hard, especially if you're maybe 100 or more pounds overweight. And I know there's a lot of you out there. Now, if you're in that, I know people have done the gastric bypass. Mark, this is what I did. And I can't tell you, at least 15 or 20 people over the years that have had that. And I can tell you, my wife works in GI. It's one of the worst things you can be doing for yourself. She's a specialist in this, and she sees patients at Mayo Clinic day in and day out that have so many issues, so many problems because of it. And that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the weight loss. Because again, they treated the symptom. They went to the doctor and they had that done. Now, mind you, it might have great results, but I can tell you I've had a number of people that have put the 100 pounds back on after the surgery. Yes, believe it or not, where they've had the bands, if they had a lap band surgery or any of those. And I'm not the expert. I'm just telling you what I've seen, experienced people that have put back on the 100 pounds that the bypass surgery took off them. That's scary. But you know what? They didn't fix the system. The system is broken. We talk about systems being broken, and I'm not talking politics here right now. Because I'm not the politics guy. I'm about as far away from politics as it could possibly be. But the system about you being your best, about losing weight, getting back to the topic, losing weight and getting tone is not about trying so hard. It's about trying and learning what to do that's smart. Smart training, smart eating, better training, better eating, better habits. How do you do that? Well, you find somebody, you find a coach, hint, hint, this guy right here, who's been doing it, who's done it, who's had success with it, who's still doing it, who's still getting success with it. It's not a fly-by-night, not a quick fix. It's an investment. I've invested 25 years of my life into helping people. And it's not to brag, because I've done plenty of ups and downs. I failed at a gym, I had to sell, and I had businesses, and I've been up and down. Trust me, it isn't perfect, but I didn't give up, and I learned from my mistakes. And that's what you do, is when you keep trying so hard, you're not learning from your mistakes. Well, Mark, how are you doing it? Well, you're talking this big game about coaching. Well, I have a coach. I have a mentor. In fact, I'm going to make a post. So I hope you look at it, because I'm going to be sharing with you my team of people that are helping me. Now, if you had a coach, would you just want a coach that just kind of fly by night, that just looking up how to fix somebody, doing a like YouTube for workouts and stuff like that? No, you want somebody who's also investing. And you know what? I've invested in a coach, a mentor, for the last year and a half now. I mean, probably this is going to be a long-term journey, because he's showing me in my business what I didn't see myself. And that's what I do for other people. You see, I help people see what's broken in their system, and I help to fix that system so that they're not chasing after symptoms. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Because the last thing I want for you to do is hear this message and continue working and trying so hard to lose weight and to get tone, because you don't have to work so hard at it. It isn't that hard. It really isn't. Now, mind you, if you're trying to be like a bodybuilder and you want to lift 500 pounds over your head, or you want like a chiseled six-pack, but I'm just talking about weight loss. I'm just talking about being healthy, about losing weight and getting your muscles strong and toned. It's not that hard. It isn't. But it is if you're trying hard and you're still doing the same thing over and over. You're still chasing the symptoms, trying to fix the symptoms, just putting a Band-Aid over the problems that you have by doing a cleanse or doing some quick fix or doing a challenge. Again, I'm kind of bashing my own challenge here. And I think it's a great challenge, don't get me wrong. But it isn't a solution. It's just part of it, right? So you're like, oh, well, how many cleanses have you done, right? How many weight loss challenges? How many gym memberships have you had? How many times have you tried, you failed? And I'm really honestly at the point where I'm really not just tired of it. I want to be a part of the change of it, help to change the system, so to speak, right? So if you need help with your system, what you need to do is to get up off your ass and reach out to me. That's the problem, is you think you're going to continue to try hard. Aren't you exhausted? I'm exhausted to see people trying so hard and continuing with it. It's exhausting. I used to get mad. I used to get angry, and that wasn't a good thing, because I'm not part of the solution, right? Like thinking about the systems that are broken and how many people are mad and angry. And trust me, I'm getting angry about a lot of stuff going on, but I'm not angry about people. I just know that they're still working on the symptoms. They're still trying to just lose weight. They're still trying so hard. And it doesn't have to be that hard. In fact, people invest in my coaching program and they realize it isn't that hard. Mark, your program's not that hard. I really feel like there's a weight lifted off my shoulders, because I don't have to count every single calorie. I don't have to go do 2 hours of cardio. I don't have to do this and that. I don't have to do 1,000 burpees. I don't have to go run miles and miles. I don't have to give up my wine. Those are the things that people think, that if I'm going to be healthy, I have to give all the stuff up. No, you don't. It's not that hard. It just is hard to get past your own blockage, your own thoughts of saying, no, I know what to do. If I had $1 for every person that said, I know what to do, Mark, I know how to eat. I know what I need to do. I just don't do it. Well, then there's a blockage there. And sometimes it needs some clarity. See, there's a blockage in me in my business about 1.5 years ago when I went online, because it was very new to me. And for me to find the clarity, it required me investing. And I invested heavily into an amazing coach, actually a good friend of mine now, amazing Christian man, Christian business owner. And he's doing some incredible things. And you know how he's doing? You know how my mentor is doing some incredible things in the online coaching and business space? Guess what? He's invested heavily into himself as well. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to swallow, is to say, you know what, Mark, it's time that I make an investment in myself. And you got to invest more than a week or a 21-day challenge. You got to invest more than doing some crash diet or a few pills, because it's easy just to give up. Like if there's no skin in the game, it's easy just to give up on yourself. And that's the worst thing you do. The only time you fail is when you give up. The only time you don't lose weight and don't get tone is when you give up, or you keep doing the same thing over and over and over and you keep trying so hard. So listen, I hope that resonated with you. I'm excited about it because I know there's many of you who are still on the fence, right? They're still on the fence. They're like, you know what, Mark, I know what you're saying is all true, but I'm going to continue to try hard. I'm going to continue to try hard. Okay, year comes around, and guess what? Two things are going to be happening. You're still going to be trying hard, and guess what? I'm still going to be getting people results. In fact, my goal this year is to work and help with 1,000 people. I'm on track with it. Not just in my coaching program, but just in general. I have people messaging me, man, saying, hey, thanks for that advice. I've been scheduling my stuff out, blah, blah, blah. But my pursuit and my mission is to help over 1,000 people this year. I hope you're one of them. If you're just continuing to try hard and work so hard at it, and you're still like it come a year around and I see you and you're still trying to lose weight and you're still trying to get tone and you're not where you want to be, I know you're still in that trying hard. Stop being a try hard. That's what my kids say. When I was on Instagram doing stuff, now I'm on Facebook, they don't see me. When I was on this, they're like, you're a try hard. You ever heard that before? Stop being a try hard. Please stop being a try hard. Do it right. Do it right and get what you need to be done. Get it right. Get the clarity you need. Get the direction you need, get the accountability you need, and guess what? I kind of have a program just for you. In fact, I've been developing it for 25 years. It's pretty foolproof. You do what I tell you to do, and you get results, and you can stop trying so hard. That's all I got. Take care. If you appreciate it and actually found value in this, all I ask you to do is share this message with somebody else. Take care. Have a blessed day. We'll see you.